Hey, David. I just got back from the hospital your mom's staying at today. The doc said she's getting discharged this month.
Oh, really? Oh man, I gotta tell you, I thought it was just a broken bone. I had no idea she'd end up staying in the hospital this long. I'm so pleased she's finally going to be getting out. She must be so relieved. What did she say?
I guess she is glad. But we're not out of the woods yet. You know, there's still the minor issue of her not being able to walk and talk at all. What are we going to do about that? She still has to get around on crutches.
So what?
So who's going to look after her? She's going to be all on her own if she goes back to her place.
Wait a second. You mean you're not gonna do it?
Me? Are you being serious? How am I supposed to do it? I'm busy with work.
You only work part-time. You've been visiting her in the hospital non-stop since she got admitted. Taking her things, helping her move around the ward. You're basically already her carer. So you obviously have the time. No, you must do.
I only did those things because you asked me to. It's not like I didn't make sacrifices.
Well, the only difference now is instead of helping her at the hospital, you'll be helping her at home. What's the problem?
To tell you the truth, I wasn't exactly crazy about driving to the hospital every day either. I only did it because there was no one else. Believe me, I didn't want to. Did you forget how badly she bullies me?
Shouldn't that be past tense? She stopped recently, right? I think she realized the error of her ways because you were so kind to her in the hospital, you know? I bet she feels bad about the bullying now, since you're constantly going out there taking her things. My mom's changed, Kelly.
I'm pretty sure that's only because there are other people around. She just wants them to know how horrible she is to me. She still grumbles and complains about the pettiest things when it's just the two of us. Not only that, but she still barks orders at me over messages, just like always.
You're a big girl, babe. You're strong enough to take it. Anyone has what it takes to look over for her mom. It's you. All you have to do is help her get around the house and keep on top of things around the house. I mean, you're so good at it at this point. It'd be a shame to let your skills go to waste, right? Right?
What? All I have to do? You talk like it's nothing. It's not a question whether I'm capable or not. It's a question whether I get to live my own life. Besides, my responsibilities for the world. Besides, my responsibilities would skyrocket. The hospital's been taking care of the food and cleaning until now, but that all falls to me at her place. I'd be going from helping her out a little here and there to being her literal full-time caretaker.
Don't be ridiculous, babe. It's a broken leg, not dementia. There's still plenty she can do. It's fine. Take a chill pill.
No. You don't understand. The reason I'm saying these things is because it's not fine, David. Remember when all this started? It's only because she's in the hospital, babe, and you can go back to normal when she gets out, babe. What happened to that? You never said anything about looking after her when she gets out. And it's not fair of you to spring it on me like this.
What do you suppose we do with her then?
We? She's your mom, David. And she hasn't been nice enough to me to warrant going out of my way to help her. The bottom line is, I won't be looking after her when she gets discharged, and that's final. So if you're worried, look after her yourself. If you want my honest opinion, I think she'd be better off in a care facility till she could walk again.
What? You want to dump my mom off in an old folks' home? She's only in her 60s.
It doesn't have to be an old folks' home. There are all kinds of places to look after the disabled or people who aren't good on their feet. That way, she'll have a team of trained professionals to help her. She'll be surrounded by people in similar situations. Surely that's a lot better than being cooped up at home on her own with me, dropping by at great inconvenience to myself to provide care that I'm not even qualified to give.
Seriously, Kelly? My mom's finally set to get discharged, and this is your attitude? I'd feel so bad about putting her in a facility. She'd feel alone. As her son, I cannot let that happen. But she feels comfortable at home.
If you feel that bad, look after her yourself. She's not my problem.
You can't be seriously telling me to look after my mom on top of that. I'm working my butt off every single day at the office to put food on the table for you, woman. I don't have time for that.
Well, if looking after her yourself isn't an option, then you'll have to go arrange for her to go somewhere else. I'm saying figure something out yourself, David.
God damn it, Kelly. How can you be so heartless? This is the woman who gave birth to me we're talking about here.
I know that she won't let me forget. She used the fact that she's my mother-in-law as justification to treat me like a slave. Believe me, I wanted us to get along more than anything.
Well, look after her then.
Ugh, the key word here is wanted, David. I gave up when I realized what a venomous bully she is. She clearly has no intention of building a healthy, respect-based relationship with me, so why would I go out of my way to help her? She lets herself into our house, throws my cooking and personal belongings in the trash without even telling me. She demands I divorce you every time I have the misfortune of seeing her. Why would I want to care for someone who treats me like that?
That's just what mother-in-laws are like.
Ha! It amazes me that you think you can explain this away with a single sentence. How many times have I told you about all the crap she puts me through? In spite of that, you haven't said a single thing to her. It's like you don't even care.
Why rock the boat and let a petty squabble between in-laws turn into a fully fledged family-wide drama? If you guys have beef, you need to hash it out between yourselves.
The reason I'm telling you for the 1000th time isn't because it's something I can fix on my own. She's your mother, for crying out loud, David. You should be the one responsible for arranging her care.
Well, fine. I see how it is. Looks like I'll have to deal with this myself. I need you to carry on looking after her till she gets discharged. But I will figure out something when she does.
Wait, really? I'm repeating myself here? But let me make it crystal clear that I will absolutely not drive to or from her house to look after her when she gets out.
Jeez, enough already. I heard you. You know, you got some nerve, you know that, woman? I'm busy enough as it is, and now you're palming your jobs off on me. Everyone knows it's the wife's sworn duty to look after in-laws, but obviously common sense doesn't apply to you.
Sworn duty? I think that might be pushing it a little. You know, I actually wouldn't mind looking after her if she wasn't so horrible to me.
Whatever, I've heard enough. I'm going to take care of everything to do with her discharge, and the arrangements afterwards. In return, I need you to keep your mouth shut about her for a change.
Fine by me, as long as I don't have to look after her.
Fine. Don't forget this conversation. Kelly? I just got done talking with Mom about what's going to happen when she gets out of the hospital.
How did it go?
It's good. We made a decision. The move will be taking place next month.
Really? I'm pleased to hear she understands it's for the best. Where will she be moving?
Oh, well, my mom's not the one moving. We are.
Excuse me, what are you talking about?
Me and you are moving in with my mom next month. I take it that you got no objections to that?
What? We're moving in with your mom? Why would you agree to that?
I agree. No, I was the one who suggested it. She said she didn't want to live in a home for the crusty old bedwetter. So, I figured me and you moving in with her would be the best option.
The best option? How did you work that one out? You mean because I'll be the one responsible for looking after her?
Now, you said you didn't want to drive to and from her house to look after her. And to be fair, that would be super inefficient. I thought on it a little, and that's when it hit me. I figured if we move in with her, you can look after her without wasting all that time on the road. My stroke of genius.
What the hell are you talking about? It wasn't the driving part I wanted to avoid. I can't believe you, David. The reason I said no is because I didn't want anything to do with her. I was able to tolerate her at the hospital because I didn't have to spend so much time alone with her, thanks to the nurses. I'm not joking when I say I'll have a nervous breakdown if we have to live under the same roof.
Well, you don't know that unless you try.
No, David, I know damn well how awful she makes me feel. And I don't need to intentionally subject myself to her company any further, do you understand? There's no way I'm moving in with her.
Look, think about it, babe. You won't even have to pay rent if we live with my mom. We could save so much money. Mom said we only have to pay for food. The merits are endless.
This isn't about the money, David. I can't be under the same roof as your mom 24/7. I'll go insane.
She can't even move without help. What's the worst she could do?
Well, she's still able to speak normally. And her hand, too.
Hey, that's mean. Come on, just a few unpleasant comments here and there. The occasional frown. Jesus, Kelly, I thought you were made of stuff stronger than this. I don't get why it's such a big deal. It's a frail old lady who can barely move by herself. Does that terrify you that much?
I'm not scared. It's just psychologically impossible for me to live with her under the same house. How would you feel about living under the same roof as someone who hated your guts and went out of their way to make you as miserable as possible?
She's family. What choice do we have?
That's funny, 'cause I lost count of how many times she told me I'm not part of your family.
You are rambling nonsensical things of an old age pensioner. Stop being so neurotic.
Not wanting to live with my abuser makes me neurotic? Wow. You really have absolutely no intention of trying to understand how I feel, do you?
Right back at you. You don't understand my feelings either. Why do you think I suggested we move in with her? I did this for you. You said you didn't want to waste time driving to and from her house, so I came up with an alternative. And this is how you repay my kindness.
Kindness? Oh, give me a break.
Enough of this crap. We're moving with my mom, and that's the end of it. I already told the landlord we will be leaving next month. Start packing up our stuff. We are moving in the day before her discharge.
Understood. I'll start getting everything together.
Whoa, really? Am I hallucinating? Did you actually just agree? Woohoo, yippee! See, babe, this wasn't so hard. Why couldn't you have just been like this from the get-go? My mom said she's gonna fix up that contrarian personality of yours when we move in together. She can't wait to have you. Oh, she promised you'll never disobey my orders again when she's done with you. Hey, Kelly. Are you done with everything at the apartment?
Yep, I'm just about to leave and hand the key back to the landlord.
Oh, good. The removal van just got to my mom's place. They're carrying our stuff in now.
Cool.
Jesus Lord, some of these boxes are so dusty. Couldn't you have made them look a little more presentable before sending them off with the removal guys? They're gonna think we're poor. Make sure you clean up once we move in. And I'm not gonna let you make a mess of my mom's house.
Do it yourself.
Hey, don't disobey me, woman. I was at work all day yesterday and I'm tired. Besides, I'm exhausted from changing mom's bedsheets and taking out the trash just now. Hey, wait a sec. Something's not right. The removal guys only brought my stuff in. What happened to yours? Is there a problem?
Nope, no problems. I'm not moving in with you. Good luck caring for your mom.
You're not moving in with us? What are you talking about? Is this some kind of prank?
I never agreed to move in the first place, and that's why I won't be joining you.
But you said you would. Wait, let me check the message. Yeah, you said you understood.
That was in response to you ordering me to start packing up our things.
What the hell? How can you do this to me on the day of the move? If you didn't want to come, you should have just freaking told me.
Come on, scroll through the messages again. I think you'll find I told you plenty of times. You just ignored me as always. You decided we were moving in with your mom without me, so I decided not to come with you. You hardly have any right to complain.
What about my poor mom? I work full time. I don't have time to be a goddamn living carer.
Not my problem. I told you I did not want anything to do with her. This could have all just been avoided if you just listened. Looks like your stubborn arrogance finally came back to bite you in the ass, huh, David? She would have kicked the bullying into high gear when she had me at her place. I would have been so dependent on her, I wouldn't have been able to do a thing about it. There isn't a wife on the planet who'd willingly put themselves in that situation.
Well, forget this crap, Kelly. You've had your fun. Just hurry up and get over here.
No chance.
If you don't come this instant, you're getting a divorce. I mean it. I'll do it, Kelly.
Great, can't wait.
Huh?
I did this knowing full well it meant divorce. You are a scumbag of epic proportions, and the sooner you disappear from my life, the better.
Who the hell do you think you're speaking to, you evil, heartless witch? You work part-time. Even worse, you're in your 30s. You don't seriously think you can get by without me around to support you.
I'll take a life of potential uncertainty over one of guaranteed misery. I get living as you and your mom's slave and verbal punching bag.
I'll never forgive you for this, Kelly. You just made the biggest mistake of your life. You don't get your ass over here right now, I'm telling my mom. Don't think I'm gonna let you escape. I won't sign the divorce papers. Hello? You there? Kelly, answer me. Hey. That's it. The only reason she was like that with you up to now is because she doesn't know the real you. Remember when you said before he wanted you and her to—
David DeCourt. However, in a hilarious irony, he was so busy trying to juggle the mammoth responsibility of working full-time and caring for his mom that he couldn't make it to the hearings. Which means I won by default and I got my divorce without a hitch. The whole thing cost me more money and time than I would have liked, but I guess it's a small price to pay for cutting ties with the mother-in-law and husband from hell. I couldn't be more relieved that that phase of my life is over. David sent me a letter of apology through his lawyer, and everything was finalized. Needless to say, the letter, on which nothing was written but a hastily scribbled "please take me back," went in the trash immediately. I guess he was too busy to write anything else. I'd like to think that his writing was interrupted by yells of, "Son, I need to use the toilet again." Realizing his only two options were to look after his mom himself or put her in a care home, he decided to try and set the wheels in motion for the latter. But his mom, who, other than her bad leg, was absolutely fine and pretty energetic for her age, was vehemently opposed to the idea of giving him the telling off of a lifetime even for just suggesting it. The thought that he's far too busy to look for love again is incredibly reassuring, because it means no one else will have to go through what I went through, and he has to suffer the consequences of his actions all on his own. I hope the two of them stay confined to their bitter, hostile, stress-filled world as long as possible. That way they won't be able to bother anyone else. I decided on a career change while me and David were working through the divorce proceedings, and started by studying to be a caretaker. I passed my exams with flying colors and a year of study, and now I work full-time at a care home. You might think it's odd, but it wasn't because I didn't like the thought of looking after people that I refused to move in with David's mom. It was because I didn't want to look after her. Things can get stressful at work, but it's nothing compared to what I went through back then. And while I may come home exhausted every night, I know that I'm making a difference in the world, and that's an amazing feeling. And want to know something else that's nice? Getting paid for my work. If I'd been dumb enough to move in with David's mom, I wouldn't have seen a cent for my efforts. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't anxious about what the future might hold back at the time of my divorce. But everything went surprisingly smoothly, and I'm enjoying adjusting to my new life. I'll never suppress my feelings for the sake of another person again, because if you do that, whose life are we really living? My number one priority is my own happiness from here out. Who knows? Maybe I'll meet someone someday to share it with.